actually. So my kid's got one, Hogs, my main man's got one, and then there's about 6 or 8 around here, so everyone's got one.
What was the fight like from your perspective?
I know I'm done. I think I'm done. I mean, I love to keep fighting. I love to keep competing, but I think I've got to face the facts. Just don't have that speed I had. It's about the speed, to be honest. Like, if I had that Mark Hunt one-punch power, I would probably continue, but I don't. I've got to work so hard to fight. I've got to work so hard to get so fit, and I've got to throw a lot of punches. And at 41, almost 42 years of age, I just can't do it anymore. So I think I'm done. I mean, I could see so many things tonight. In the first round, I threw a right hand, and Hodges sort of caught me on the way in. Went back to the corner, and the trainer said to me, "The right hand's there. If the right hand's there, I don't need to throw it. I'm winning with my left hand. That's all I need to do." And I've got the job done. That's all I had to do tonight. So I want to go to winner, and I've done that. And I'm happy.
Gallen, is there a weight off your shoulders? You don't have to train. You can have a beer whenever you want. Is there a good feeling as you walked out of that ring?
Yeah, there is. I've done that partially the last few years, and I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's enjoyable now. I'm happy now. I don't know what's going to motivate me anymore. I really don't. I went into this sport at the start for money. I told you all that from the start. I'm here for a payday, and I've done really well, and I can't. I don't know what else there is to do. So there's no other fight that I want. There's no amount of money that's going to get me motivated like I was. So it's time to finish.
How do you reflect, I guess, on the boxing career and also your wider sporting career as well?
Look, I love rugby league. Rugby league was my number one, man. Like, seriously, I'm a footy player through and through. I consider myself a footy player. I had a wonderful time in boxing. I was lucky enough to be with my coach, Graham Shaw, for many years, and I had a great time. And the fights I had, like, mate, they were unbelievable. Like, I went into it to fight in the off-season, have a couple of fights, make a couple of bucks in the off-season, and to have the fights I did were unbelievable, and to train the way I did, and sparring, I sparred every bloke in Australia. And guys like Jason Waitley, Joe Goodall, like all these guns, I sparred them all, and I won okay against them all. That's why I had some of the bigger fights that I did. And when you look back at my career, the only 2 guys that beat me were the 2 best fighters in Australia. Justin Jodges, we know how good that guy is. Took him 10 rounds. In a stoppage, for me, that was questionable. He won the fight, don't get me wrong. But anyway, there's that, and there's Chris Tervieski, That probably made me realise 6 months ago it's time to retire. So they're probably, like, I don't reflect on my fights that much. I don't look back at them too much, but I think them 2 fights were pretty special for me.
Is it a bit of a regret that Sonny fight never happened in the end?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and like more financially, like I told you 12 months ago what would happen. So if anyone wants to listen to my story, go back and read what I said to him 12 months ago. I told everyone what would happen. I've never had an issue with Sonny Williams. I've always liked him. I've always respected him. But he's always waits for someone to get too old until he fights him, and that's what he's waiting for with me. And I'm not going to give him that chance. I'm not going to give him the chance. Now I'm past my best. I'm not going to give him the chance. He's done it with all his opponents, and he got caught out recently. That's life. I'm disappointed we didn't do it. I really am. We should have fought twice. I should have fought back on 4 or 5 years ago when I was calling him out. And whoever won that fight, whoever lost could have said, look, we're footy players back then, we're professional boxing, let's do it again, and made more money. And then if it's 1-1, do a huge decider. If someone's 1-2-1, then full credit to that person. But we've never had much beef along the way. I've always just said he was scared to fight me. He called me out saying the 60-40 contract. We've never had beef, and then he came out a couple of months ago and said he's just not a good person. And that was the end of it for me. Like, who the fuck's he thinks to judge me as a person? Like, that was the worst. That was the worst thing. As I said, there's no beef between us. It was just a tit for tat. Tit for tat. I want to fight you, want to fight me. But for him to just try and judge me as a person, I was like, that's the end of it, So I come out and said what I said about him, and said what I thought about him, and there's no relationship there, and I never want there to be. I don't really care.
It's a shame because it'll be a pub debate. Like, in the pride, we'll never know who was the better one.
We know, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I've never been that person to say I would have beat him, should have beat him, could have beat him, whatever. I don't care, but yeah, it ended when that comment came. So I went back twice as hard and told everyone what I thought of him, and it's done now. It will be a pub debate forever. It will be, but yeah, look, I got no. I don't like him, but I mean, I said to someone the other day, you know, someone asked me, would you keep fighting if you're Sonny Bill Williams? Yeah, I would. He's 37 years of age. Look what I've done since I was 30. I've retired at 38. 38, 39, 40. Look what I did. Look at the blokes I fought. Look at the money I made. Like, he's still got it. He can still do it. He got beaten by Mark Hunt, who's a legend, one of the hardest punchers in the world. So I'm not saying Sonny should stop. I'm just saying I'll never fight him.
Nice t-shirt there, Gal. How lucrative has boxing been for you?
Oh, it's been great. And by the way, everyone, let's just make it clear, I didn't ever make $25 million. I wish if I made $25 million, I wouldn't have fought tonight. That's
26 after.
That was apparently the turnover. So I just.
Is there a chance you'll buy the boys a drink?
I got no chance. No chance. I think it was Jamie Pandome who wrote the figures in the paper the other day. So that's where I got that from. So I had no idea about the figures, but obviously that's the turnover or the gross figure made from pay-per-view, and I had no idea about it, but it's been great for me. I obviously never made that much money, but I've had a great time, and I've really enjoyed it. You know what, at the end of the day, well, I've made a lot of money, had a great time. It has been special for me and something I can sit back and think about. Some of the guys I've promoted along the way, I've actually enjoyed that. You know, especially Tim Zoo, and especially the fact Tim Zoo bought into it. There's guys that are not going to buy into it. Boxers not going to buy into it. I hate it. I know they hate it, but facts are facts, mate. Boxing is big in Australia. Rugby league's huge. Eastern side of Australia, everyone's going to watch a footy player fight. That's the way it is. Tim Zoo bought into it, and look where he is now. I'm not claiming anything for Tim Zoo because he wouldn't have done it without his ability and his dedication to the sport. He done it himself, but to provide that platform for him early on, along with his name, you know, helped him get to where he get to, and he respects that and understands that, and I appreciate that, and that's something that means a lot to me.
Gail, the big reason for the turnover you created was your ability to sell fights. Yeah. There is a bit of a void now that you're going. Do you have any advice for footy players, boxers, who are coming into it to try and generate some publicity for boxing?
You got to understand it's entertainment. That's what it's entertainment. It's how many people are standing around here listening to me talk right now. That's entertainment I provide. Everyone wants to hear what I'm about to say. So you got to appeal to people. And you know what? Not everyone can do that. It's just something that some people have, some people don't. Obviously I must have it, but you just got to be able to appeal to people and understand that you need to entertain people. And it's not always about just being in the ring and being able to punch and being able to fight. You got to entertain people before. You got to make people want to watch. So, I couldn't give anyone advice on how to do it. All I know is that's what you got to do, and I don't know how I done it. There's just something about some people that people like. Like Mark Levy, I think Mark Levy's a wanker, but everyone loves him. He put it, like you talk about, he earned $25 million a year, the amount he's on, and I'm like, how the fuck does he do this? Like, seriously, but, you know what? There's something about him that people want to listen to him, and that's just the way it is. And that for some reason there was something about me. People either A, want to see me win, or B, want to see me get knocked out cold. Same as Anthony Mundine. Anthony Mundine was probably, I'd say 60% people want to see him get knocked out cold, but people still bought to watch it. They still paid to watch it. So for whatever the reason, people want to see people win or lose, and that's just the way it is. I couldn't give anyone advice on how to do it. You've got it or you don't.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Gal.